Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today the Cubs are going to face off with the Rockies in Game 2 of a 3-game series. The Cubs leading the Central Division by 20 games and have a magic number of 16 entering play today. The Cubs, on a 2-game winning streak, are going to send Lance McCullers out to the mound. He's making start number 28 with a 14-5 record. He has a .333 ERA and a .124 WHIP. Cubs lineup today will be Hoerner, Grisham, Correa, Rizzo, Santana, Harper, Bryant, Amaya, and McCullers batting ninth. For the Rockies, Michael Wacha will be on the mound making start number 24. He has a 9-7 record, .418 ERA, .132 WHIP. The Rockies lineup will be Daza, Arenado, Dahl, Blackmon, McMahon, Rogers, Nunez, Gomes, and Wacha batting ninth. It is 76 degrees. The wind blowing in off the lake at 9 mph. And a cool August day as we get started here at Wrigley Field. Lance McCullers on the mound to face off with the Colorado Rockies. As Daza steps up to the plate to lead off for the Rockies. The Rockies still in the second wild card position, leading that by 1 game. McCullers on the mound with a 1-ball count. He is looking for the sign. And here comes the delivery. Grounded up the middle, shortstop Correa has it. Throw over to first for out number 1. Next up is Arenado with 1 out, nobody on. Full count delivery to Nolan Arenado. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. That is going to be out number 2. Dahl now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 is the count. And David Dahl grounds it towards short. Again, Correa with it. He throws to first. A long stretch by Rizzo, but he makes the play to end the inning. So the Rockies go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Nico Hoerner leading off against Michael Wacha here in the bottom of the first inning. Hoerner waiting for the 2-1 pitch. Wacha looking for the sign. Here is the delivery. And he grounds it up the middle. The second baseman has it. A throw over to first for out number 1. Grisham now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Grisham with 17 home runs on the season. And he lines that one into right field, but the right fielder makes about 3 steps to his left and makes the play for out number 2. Carlos Correa now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch to Correa. He pops it up. Coming in is the right fielder. He has lots of time for this one. He gets under it and puts it away to end the inning. Cubs retired in order. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Charlie Blackmon leading off against McCullers here in the top of the second inning. 1-2 is the count. McCullers with the pitch. Lined up the middle, there's a base hit. That's the first base hit of the ball game. The Rockies, Blackmon with a leadoff single in the top of the second inning, and that'll bring up McMahon with a runner on first, nobody out. 2-2 is the count. McCullers with the delivery. Grounded toward first. Rizzo steps on the base. He throws to second. And the throw pulls Correa off the bag. It was a tag play, and they could not make the play in time. So the force out at first is a fielder's choice. That means there's 1 out and a runner in scoring position, with Brendan Rodgers now the batter. McCullers pitching to Rodgers with a 2-strike count. Here comes the delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. McCullers gets him to chase the cut fastball for out number 2. That is also strikeout number 2 on the day for Lance McCullers. Now Nunez the batter. 2 outs and 1 man on. 2-2 is the count. Grounded toward short. Correa has it. He throws over to first, and they get him by half a step to end the inning. So the Rockies strand a runner. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Anthony Rizzo leading off against Michael Wacha here in the bottom of the second. 2-2 is the count. Wacha with the delivery. Line toward the second baseman on the shift. The second baseman makes the play in short right field, throwing to first for out number 1. Santana now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the pitch to Danny Santana, and he grounds it to second. This time the second baseman charges. He throws to first for out number 2. Bryce Harper now up at the plate from the left-handed side, batting against Wacha with a 2-1 count. Here is the delivery. And Harper lines it to right center, left center field. That's going 1 hop to the wall. Bryce Harper's going to have extra bases. He rounds first, heading for second. He slides in with a 2-out double. So the Cubs have their first base hit of the ball game as Bryce Harper is in scoring position now as Chris Bryant comes up to the plate with 2 outs and 1 man on. Bottom of the second inning, Wacha facing Bryant. 1-1 is the count. Bryant pops it up to short left field. That's going to be an easy play. The left fielder gets there, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the third of a 0-0 ball game. Gomes facing McCullers here in the top of the third inning. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded towards short. Correa has it. He throws to first, and that is out number 1. Wacha batting with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. McCullers delivering. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a sinker, and he swung right over it for out number 2. 3 strikeouts on the day for McCullers. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Daza. 2 outs and nobody on. Daza facing McCullers. Here comes the delivery. Grounded up the middle. Horner has it. Strong throw over to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Cubs retire the Rockies in order. We are going now to the bottom of the third of a 0-0 ball game. And now Miguel Amaya is going to lead off against Wacha in the bottom of the third inning. 2-2 is the count. Amaya waits for the pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees. That is out number 1. The circle change fooled him right there. And now McCullers comes up with 1 out and nobody on. 1-1 is the count to McCullers. Here comes the delivery. McCullers grounds it toward first. Picking it up as the first baseman, he steps on the base for 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. Nico Horner now batting. With a .344 batting average, leading all hitters in the National League. He's facing Wacha with 2 outs and nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Here comes the pitch. And a liner into right field. That's going down the line for extra bases. Horner continues his hitting streak. He's going to cruise into second with a stand-up double. So the Cubs, for the second straight inning, have a 2-out double, and now Trent Grisham comes to the plate with 2 outs and 1 man on. Cubs trying to break this scoreless tie. Wacha facing Grisham with a 3-1 count. That is up and in for ball 4, so the walk is issued, and now the Cubs have 2 men on base with 2 outs. The next batter is going to be Carlos Correa. 2 outs, 2 guys on base. Wacha facing Correa in the bottom of the third inning. This is the Cubs' best chance to score so far in this ball game. Wacha working with a 1-ball count. Here's the pitch to Correa, and it's popped up high in the air, straightaway center field. Coming in a few steps, the center fielder makes the play, and the inning is over. So the Cubs strand 2, they do not score. We're going to the top of the fourth of a 0-0 ball game. And now, Nolan Arenado is going to lead off against Lance McCullers for the Rockies in the top of the 4th inning. McCullers working with a full count. Here's the delivery. That is low for ball 4, so Arenado drawing the walk to lead off the inning. And now McCullers working from the stretch against David Dahl with a 1 man on and nobody out in the top of the 4th. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the delivery. Popped up, chasing is Santana toward left center. He makes the play. That is out number 1. The runner thought about tagging up and trying to advance, but he retreats to first. And now Blackmon, the batter, with 1 out and 1 man on. McCullers facing Blackmon with a full count. Grounded towards second. Horner has it. He throws to short. The relay to first. There's a 4-6-3 double play. So the Cubs infield defense turns 2 to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 0-0 ball game. Anthony Rizzo leading off against Michael Wacha here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rizzo waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Wacha with the delivery. And a grounder up the middle. On the shift, the shortstop has it, and he boots it. Rizzo is going to be safe at first on a fielding error, and that is going to give the Cubs an opportunity here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Danny Santana now the batter with the runner on first, nobody out. Santana facing Wacha with a 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch to Santana, and he grounds it towards second. The throw goes to short, and there's no relay to first, however, as Rizzo breaks up the double play with a hard slide into short, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Santana now on first with Harper the batter, and we're going to be looking for a chance to steal here. We're going to steal on the first pitch, see what happens. Here comes the delivery. That's a pitch inside. The throw goes down to second, and that is going to be stolen base number 21 on the season for Danny Santana. So Harper now batting with a runner in scoring position and one out in the bottom of the fourth inning. That first pitch was up and in for ball one. So Waka now pitching to Harper. Here it comes. Swing and a miss for strike three. That is out number two. So Waka now with 2 strikeouts on the day brings up Chris Bryant. 2 outs, runner still in scoring position. Waka facing Bryant. 1-2 is the count. And Bryant lines it into left field. That's a base hit. Santana's rounding third. He's heading home. The throw comes home. Santana slides and he is safe. Chris Bryant with an RBI double, giving the Cubs a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the fourth inning. So the Cubs now with a 1-0 lead. Chris Bryant with his 20th RBI of the season, and that'll bring up Miguel Amaya with a runner still on second and 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. Waka facing Amaya, and they're going to intentionally walk him to bring up the pitcher, Lance McCullers. McCullers now batting. He is actually 11 for 49 with 7 RBIs on the season. Probably the Cubs' best hitting pitcher. Waka facing McCullers with 2 outs, 2 men on the bottom of the fourth inning. McCullers trying to contribute to his own cause here. First pitch to McCullers. And it's lined up the middle. There's another base hit. Is Bryant going to try to score? He rounds third. He's heading home. The throw comes home. Bryant slides and he is safe. Lance McCullers with a 2-out RBI single, and the Cubs now have a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the fourth inning. Amaya holds at second, and now Nico Horner is the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. Bottom of the fourth, Waka facing Horner, who is 1 for 2 today. 2 strikes is the count. Here comes the pitch. And Horner swings and misses for strike 3. So the inning is over. The Cubs score twice. They strand 2. We're going to the top of the 5th of a 2-0 ball game. McMahon facing McCullers in the top of the 5th inning. 2-2 is the count. McCullers delivering the pitch. Grounded toward the mound. Pitcher McCullers has it. He throws over to first for out number 1. Rogers now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working. 1-2 is the count. And a liner into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Going all the way to the wall, as extra bases are going to be the order of the day. The Rockies are going to have a 1-out triple here in the top of the 5th inning. So now, with Brendan Rodgers on third, Dom Nunez comes up to the plate. 1 out and a runner 90 feet away. McCullers working out of his first real jam here in the top of the 5th inning. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch to Nunez. It's a grounder toward third. Bryant has it. They concede the run. The throw goes over to first, and that is out number 2. Rogers scores, cutting the Cubs' lead in half. It is now a 2-1 ball game in the top of the 5th inning. And now Yan Gomes is the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. McCullers facing Gomes with a 3-1 count. And that is low for ball 4. So the walk is issued. And the inning continues for the Rockies with the pitcher, C.J. Cron is coming up to the plate now. He is pinch hitting for the pitcher spot. He has 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, and a .226 batting average on the season. McCullers facing Cron in the top of the 5th inning. Tying run on first, 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch to Cron, and it gets away. That's a wild pitch. The ball rolls back toward the backstop as the runner advances to second. And now the tying run in scoring position as Cron faces McCullers in the top of the 5th. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Cron grounds it toward short. Correa has it. He throws to first, and the inning is over. So the Rockies strand 1. They score once, taking a 2-1 lead. The Cubs going into the bottom of the 5th inning. Trent Grisham is leading off against Nick Vincent, who comes in out of the Rockies bullpen. He's thrown 48 in the 3rd innings, walked 11, struck out 31, with a 4.10 ERA. Vincent facing Grisham with a 2-1 count. Vincent looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. And he pops him up to center field, adjusting toward left center. The center fielder gets under it and makes the play for out number 1. Correa now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Correa facing Vincent with a 1-strike count. Here comes the delivery, and it's popped up to center. This time the center fielder coming straight in towards second base. About 10 steps, he makes the catch for out number 2. Rizzo now batting. He is 0 for 2 today. Facing Vincent with 2 outs, nobody on. Full count delivery to Anthony Rizzo. And there's a liner into center field. The center fielder is going to make all 3 plays this inning as he puts that away for out number 3. The Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the 6th of a 2-1 ball game. Daza facing McCullers in the top of the 6th. Daza leading off for the Rockies. McCullers at 73 pitches so far in this contest. 1 ball is the count. Here comes the pitch. Popped up to right. Harper chasing toward the line. He gets there and he makes the catch for out number 1. Arenado now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the pitch to Nolan Arenado. Grounded toward third. Chris Bryant has it. He throws over to first. That is going to be out number 2. Dahl now batting with 2 outs, nobody on. McCullers with a 1-strike count. Here comes the delivery to Dahl, and it's popped up center field. Santana actually coming over to left center, calling for it, and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Rockies go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 6th of a 2-1 ball game. Santana facing Vincent in the bottom of the 6th inning. Vincent on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. 2-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Danny Santana, and it's driven in the air. Right center field not deep enough. The right fielder has it, and he makes the play for out number 1. Harper now batting, 1 out, nobody on. Vincent working with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch to Harper, and he drives that one to the gap in right center field. That's going all the way to the wall. 1 hop off the ivy. Harper heading for extra bases. He's going to cruise into second with a stand-up double. So with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Cubs have a runner in scoring position, and Chris Bryant comes up to the plate. 1 out, 1 man on. Vincent faces Bryant, full count. Here comes the delivery. Popped up on the infield. First baseman calls for it, and he puts it away for out number 2. Amaya now batting with 2 outs and 1 man on. Vincent facing Amaya. Are they going to intentionally walk him again? Here comes they're going to intentionally walk him to bring up the pitcher. You know, this burned him last time. I'm surprised that they're going back to the same strategy. So McCullers now facing Vincent with 2 outs, 2 men on in the bottom of the 6th inning. Vincent working. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch to McCullers, and he swings and misses for strike 3. Chased a fastball up that time to end the inning. We're going to the top of the 7th of a 2-1 ball game. Blackman facing McCullers in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. McCullers gets him to chase the sinker down, and that is out number 1. 4 strikeouts on the day for Lance McCullers, and now McMahon bats with 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working. 3-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to McMahon. Low and away for ball 4. So that is a walk with 1 out, which puts a runner on first. And now Brennan Rodgers is the batter. And we are going to see some activity in the Cub bullpen. In this case, it is going to be Liam Hendriks who will be warming up for the Cubs. We're going to visit the mound and see what McCullers has to say. He says, I'm still feeling good. Hendriks warming up. Rodgers now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on, top of the 7th. 1 ball is the count. Here comes the pitch. Lined into center field. There's a base hit. The runner on second is going for... No, he makes a big turn at second, but stops. And now the Rockies have 2 men on base with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Nunez now facing McCullers. With 1 out, 2 men on. The Cubs need a double play right here to get out of this inning. McCullers facing Nunez, who is 0 for 2 with an RBI in this game. Here comes the first pitch to Nunez. And it's grounded toward, past the third baseman. The throw goes at home, and the runners all hold, so nobody tries to score. The Rockies now have the bases loaded with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. And Gomes comes up to the plate. He has 12 home runs and a .220 batting average on the season. McCullers facing Gomes. He's in a real jam here. The infield's going to be drawn in a 1-run ball game. McCullers working. Here comes the 2-strike count and the delivery, and he hits him with a pitch. He had a 2-strike count, and he hits him with a pitch to tie up the ball game here in the top of the 7th inning. The hit by pitch forces the runner home from third with the bases loaded, and now Trevor Story is pinch hitting for the Rockies. He comes up. He has 31 home runs and a .282 batting average on the season. Liam Hendriks is not yet ready in the bullpen. McCullers facing Story with the bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Man, I mean, I know that hit by pitch probably hurt Gomes, but it really hurt the Cubs too. So now, McCullers, how are we going to waste some time? Are we going to throw over to third? Are we going to pitch out? I'd really like to see if I threw over to third. I mean, ideally I'd throw over to first once maybe and see if I could waste some time. This is where you want to waste some time to get your pitcher ready to come in. So McCullers is going to have to pitch to Story. Here comes the full count delivery, and that is low for ball 4. McCullers cannot believe it. He thought that was strike 3. So the Rockies now have a 3-2 lead on a bases loaded walk. Hendriks is ready to come into the game. He is going to be brought in as McCullers is cussing out the umpire as he walks off the mound. Liam Hendriks is coming in to face Jonathan Daza with 1 out, bases loaded in the top of the 7th inning. 2 runs already in. Hendriks facing Daza. Here comes the first pitch. Hendriks looking for the sign, working from the stretch. Here's the delivery. Grounded towards short. The throw comes home. The relay to first. That is not in time. However, the run is prevented from scoring. The Cubs just don't turn the double play. So 6-2 on the force out at home. The bases are still loaded. There's 2 outs. The infield will go back to normal depth, and Nolan Arenado will be the next batter for the Rockies. Hendriks working to Arenado. 2 strikes is the count. And a swing and a miss to end the inning. So Hendriks gets out of the jam without allowing a run to score. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 3-2 ball game. And for today's game, Brant Brown is going to lead the 7th inning stretch. Nico Hoerner is going to face Carlos Estevez to lead off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Estevez has thrown 22 2/3 innings, walked 15, struck out 28 with a .596 ERA. The Cubs are now trailing for the first time in this ballgame. And we're going to be warming up Joe Jimenez or Junior Fernandez, one of the two. Let's see here. Fernandez is going to warm up to throw the 8th inning. Estevez facing Hoerner. Leading off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes the first pitch to Nico Hoerner. Estevez looking for the sign. Here's the delivery. A little looper right at the second baseman. That is going to be out number 1. Grisham now batting. 1 out, nobody on. Grisham 0 for 2 today. Waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Estevez delivers. Lined into left field. There's a base hit. Grisham gets on first. And the Cubs have a runner with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Carlos Correa now the batter. We're going to be looking for a chance to start the runner here. Correa facing Estevez. Here's the first pitch. That is a fastball, it looks like, for strike 1 at 98. So now we're going to try to steal second. Let's see what happens here. There's an inside pitch. The throw goes down to second, and they got him. So Correa is thrown out attempting to steal second in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's now 2 outs and nobody on. Excuse me, Grisham thrown out at second attempting to steal. So now we're going to go, Estevez is going to be pitching to Correa with a 2-2 count. Here comes the delivery, and a swing and a miss to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score as the Rockies face the minimum. We go to the top of the 8th of a 3-2 ball game. Dahl facing Hendriks, but Junior Fernandez is coming in to pitch now. Junior Fernandez is going to face Dahl in the top of the 8th inning with the Cubs down by 1. Dahl 0 for 3 today, waiting for the 2-2 pitch from Junior Fernandez. Here comes the delivery. And strike 3 called. That is out number 1. That was a changeup that froze him as he strikes out looking for the first out of the inning. And now Fernandez faces Blackman with 1 out, nobody on. Full count. Here comes the pitch. Lined up the middle, there's a base hit. A 1 out single for the Rockies is going to put a runner on base as the Rockies looking for some insurance runs here in the top of the 8th inning. McMahon now facing Fernandez. 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 is the count. Fernandez with the delivery. A swing and a miss for strike 3. He got him to chase one that was up and in for out number 2. Brendan Rodgers now batting. 2 outs, 1 man on. Fernandez faces Rodgers with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded toward third. Bryant adjusts. He has it. The throw over to first is in time to end the inning. So the Rockies strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 8th of a 3-2 ball game. Anthony Rizzo facing Carlos Estevez in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to warm up Ryan Presley to pitch in the 9th. Estevez facing, actually no, you know what? I'm going to sit him down. We are going to warm up Joe Jimenez to pitch in the 9th. So Estevez now facing Rizzo. Bottom of the 8th inning, Cubs down by 1. 3-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. And Rizzo chases ball 4. It's a ground ball to second. The throw goes to first, and that is out number 1. Man, that really looked like it was outside. Santana now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Estevez working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Santana goes down swinging, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. With 2 outs and nobody on, Estevez facing Harper. 1 strike is the count. Here's the pitch. Harper grounds it towards second. The throw goes to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the 9th of a 3-2 ball game. And now Joe Jimenez will be brought in to pitch for the Cubs. He is going to face Nunez, Gomes, and the pitcher's spot here in the top of the 9th inning. Full count. Jimenez looking for the sign. Here comes the pitch. Low and in for ball 4. That is a leadoff walk as the Rockies now have a runner on base with nobody out in the top of the 9th inning. Yan Gomes now the batter. Jimenez working with a 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. And he pops it up to right. Coming in is Harper. He looks up and he makes the play for out number 1. Desmond now batting with 1 out, 1 man on. Ian Desmond pinch hitting off the Rockies bench with 5 home runs and 12 RBIs on the season. Desmond faces Jimenez with a 1-2 count. Here comes the delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. There's out number 2. The fastball up, and Jimenez got him to chase it for the 2nd out of the inning. And now Jonathan Daza is the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Jimenez working. Here comes the first pitch to Daza. Lined up the middle, there's a base hit. So the Rockies now have 2 men on base. The runner's going to third. Oh, and an ill-conceived running play. The Rockies are thrown out at third to end the inning. So Grisham with a great throw over to third base, a heads-up play to throw out the runner trying to advance. And now we go to the bottom of the 9th with the Rockies up by 1. Chris Bryant leading off against Jairo Diaz here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Diaz has thrown 52 innings, walked 18, struck out 63 with a 4.15 ERA. Diaz faces Bryant to lead off the bottom of the 9th for the Cubs. 2 strikes is the count. Here comes the pitch to Chris Bryant. Diaz with the sign, and here is the delivery. And Bryant swings and misses for strike 3. There's the first out of the inning. Chases the slider down and away. Miguel Amaya now the batter. With 1 out and nobody on, Amaya facing Diaz with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. And he grounds it toward third. The third baseman has it. Throw over to first for out number 1. Number 2, excuse me. That brings up the pitcher's spot. And that means that we need a pinch hitter. So, who is the... what's the right play here? Do we send up Soler because he has a chance to tie the game and send it to extra innings? We're going to warm up Presley in the event that we go to the 10th. Do we send up Posey, hoping he gets on base because he's probably got the best batting average off the bench? Do we send up Estrada? I mean, he's been pretty good. Soler with the Cubs has actually had a 400 OBP but only a 192 batting average and has 1 home run. I think the right play is probably to pinch hit with Buster Posey, and then if he gets on base, to immediately pinch run with him. So Buster Posey coming up to the plate, facing Jairo Diaz with 2 outs and nobody on. Posey, who is batting .284 on the season with 6 home runs and 42 RBIs. Here's the 1-1 count and the pitch to Posey. And he grounds it towards short. The shortstop dives, the throw over to first, and it's thrown away. Posey is going to advance to second. Man, that could have ended the game, and the error gives the Cubs life with a runner in scoring position and Nico Hoerner coming to the plate. And now we're going to pinch hit with Mallex Smith. Mallex Smith is going to head out to second base and pinch run. Nico Hoerner coming up to the plate. He's 1 for 4 today. Hoerner, with 11 home runs on the season and a .344 batting average, facing Diaz with the bottom of the 9th inning with 2 outs and a runner on second. The tying run is in scoring position. Diaz facing Hoerner. 1 ball is the count. Hoerner grounds it to second. The throw goes over to first, and the game is over. So the Cubs threaten, but they do not score. They fall to the Rockies 3-2. As the Rockies get 3 runs on 6 hits and commit 2 errors, the Cubs getting 2 runs on 6 hits with no errors. Well, the difference in this game was absolutely McCullers in that 7th inning. McCullers went 6 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs all earned, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He walked in a run and hit a batter to force in a run in that 7th inning. The Cubs bullpen threw 2 2/3 of scoreless baseball. The Rockies did not give up an earned run in this game, the result of a couple of errors. So Wacha threw 4 innings, allowed 2 runs, both unearned, and then the Rockies bullpen actually threw 5 shutout innings as the Cubs fall in a 3-2 decision. Oh, the player of today's game was Lance McCullers for the Cubs. Go figure. He was the player of the game. He made the biggest difference in the game. So the Cubs fall to 80-49 as the Rockies improve to 68-58. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.